Hello everyone, so welcome back to the channel. I'm back with another gold update. So today we got some important fundamental data which gave us some hints about the US economy, that where the US economy is heading and where gold can possibly head in the upcoming days. Either we are going on the downside or on the upside. Either we are going to break the 2700 barrier, or either we are going to break the 2600 barrier. So we got some kind of clarity in the gold markets which I wanted to see for a long time now. So yeah, we just got it. So let's just talk about it first. So talking about the fundamental factors which I think, as you know, are the main edge in the markets. So we got some GDP data today, unemployment claims data today, and the PC index. So these two things told about you the economy and the labor market, how the job market is doing. And this told you about the inflation, that how the inflation in the country is going, if the rate cuts are coming at a larger pace or at a slower pace, or what's going to happen. And also, like except these three things, we also had some other thing, which is this Fed meeting minutes. Okay, so these were released. Actually, what are the Fed meeting minutes? Fed meeting minutes are actually what they discussed in the previous meeting, in which they decided to cut or hold rates, like in which they decided what they are going to do with the interest rates. So yeah, these are what we call FOMC meeting minutes or Fed meeting minutes. So yeah, in the Fed meeting minutes, we saw that there was some uncertainty about the rate cuts. I studied it. It's a very long type of document, so I will just give you the important points. We saw there was some uncertainty about the rate cuts, whether they are going to cut at a larger pace or at a slower pace, or how they are going to cut, stuff like this. And like largely what we saw in the Fed meeting minutes was that they are still going to be focused on the data. If the data tells them to cut, they will cut, otherwise they will keep on holding or maybe cut at a slower pace. So the conclusion is, Fed is saying that the economy is performing well, the inflation is still sticky but on the right path, but the economy is holding well, so we know there's no need to cut rates at a much larger pace. So this was the conclusion of the Fed meeting minutes, and this just leaves us nowhere. Okay, so this just tells us, okay, keep focusing on the data, keep reliant on the data, and you will know what to do. So talking about the GDP index, it told us that the economy is going in the right direction, where the economists are expecting economy to go. It's going in the right direction. The unemployment claims told us that the labor market is strong. There's like everything is going well. So also lastly, the inflation told us, the inflation data, PC inflation data told us that okay, inflation is also heading in the right direction, not like falling, but still on the right path in the longer run, and we are okay with where inflation is currently. So this was the conclusion. Now talking about their effect on gold and also some other stuff, I would tell you the effect of these current fundamental factors on gold is bearish. Okay, I have talked about this in my previous video, and I also told you all the factors which kept gold all this year in a long bullish run. Okay, so let's revise those factors. What were those factors? Let's go through them very fast. We had geopolitical tensions, we had rate cuts, we had election uncertainty, we had wars, and we had uncertainties about the US economy, that where we are going, is a stagflation coming or is a recession coming, or are we on the right direction. So yeah, these were some factors which were contributing in gold strength all year. But now what has happened now? So right now the situation of the markets is, there's no geopolitical tensions, like major geopolitical tensions currently. So this thing has faded away. The rate cut bets are pushed back, so this also has faded away. We came to know that the US economy is performing well, so this also is not anymore bullish for the gold. And another thing which we came to know about inflation. Okay, rate cuts. Okay, we have talked about rate cuts. What else is remaining? Geopolitical tensions, rate cuts, economy. Central banks buying gold. Okay, we saw that the central banks were buying gold at a much larger pace, but now their demand has reduced. So this also is a kind of bearish thing for gold. So there are some factors like this which were pushing gold higher earlier in the year. Now they have faded away or totally priced in. And yeah, this is the stuff. And also we got some fresh readings on the economy today which also are saying that the US economy is holding well. There's no need to cut rates at the larger pace, which tells us a beautiful story about gold, which is maybe we can see continue move to the downside on gold, something like this. Earlier today I told in my Telegram channel and I gave us some type of a analysis type stuff in there, and I told my game plan actually there that I am looking for sells on gold, and I mentioned this area and I mentioned this area. I told that I am looking for sells at these two areas are my point of interest, and I am looking for sells at these areas basing on the reaction of the market. And as we have retested this area, currently I am in some swing sells. I have positioned myself for a swing trade because I think that we are in the end of the month and also we are entering the end of year. Okay, so there can be some profit taking moves as the investors will start to prepare for the upcoming year. Okay, so people would tend to love gold to be some at better demand levels or even maybe lower to buy again for the upcoming year or like stuff like this. Okay, so this creates a very well scenario for being a bear on gold currently. In the longer run, I agree. Again, in the longer run, let's just zoom out. Okay, so in the longer run, gold is still super bullish. But as a trader, as I have talked about it earlier, we have to adapt to the markets, and what markets are showing me is maybe a possible continuation of this downward move. And for the time being, I am targeting 2580s. And if there are signs of a continuation of the move lower, then my second target is going to be this accumulation zone from where we saw a huge demand of coming into gold. So like this was all my, what you can say, theory on gold, you can say, or this is my game plan for gold. And if things don't change, if things remain like this, then I will remain as a bear on gold. What I mean by this, what I mean by things changing is that if we don't have any new geopolitical tensions like maybe Russia Ukraine, because it's something new and I am a little like feared about it that what's going to happen. So for now it is not a big issue, but it can be. So yeah, if new geopolitical tensions don't rise, if the labor market don't starts to crack, and yeah, basically overall that's it. Okay, because right now the economy is going well, only we have a NFP report upcoming in the next month, so we have to see how that goes. If these two things remain well, then I will remain a bear on gold until the end of the year. So yeah, this was pretty much it for the update of gold. And also please don't be fooled by some moves like this. Okay, because why this is going to be the very last thing, and then we will sort of conclude the video. Why I'm saying this, because we had a large sell off in gold and then we saw some buying. Okay, which was taken out by the sellers. Okay, then again we saw some handsome buy actually on gold, and which is again looks like that it will be taken out by sellers once more. So these are pullbacks, okay, which you need to sell. Okay, these are all pullbacks which you need to sell if you are basing yourself, or if you are aligning yourself with the fundamental factors. And the fundamental picture, what the fundamental picture is showing me, I have put it all in front of you. So yeah, if you have any questions, you can ask me in the comment section. And if you like the video, make sure you hit the thumb up button and hit the subscribe and the bell icon button so you don't miss any of the upcoming updates. Also, I update some of my game plans for my trades, just like I updated today in my Telegram channel. So the link will be dropped in the description, so if you want you can join that too. We will meet in the next video. Take care and happy trading.